Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and we are back with more Unreal World today, continuing our Pacifist challenge out here with John the farmer. And as you can see, we're looking over our little homestead. This is probably going to be it. I mean, I talked a lot about not settling in this location, but I've already invested a lot of time. We've got 3 separate farmers' fields going. We've got this one here, the big boy. You can see it's all fenced off. In fact, if I want to get there, I got to climb the fence. Now, I don't believe the fence is necessarily impervious, but it will definitely help keep some of those bunny rabbits and other annoying critters out of there. But John is not going to set any traps to try and kill him. John is a pacifist. That's right. In this series, we're not hunting, we're not trapping, we're not trading weapons of any kind or crafting that. Like I said, very, very different kind of playthrough, this one for sure. Now, if you would like to see a more survival or combat focused series, guys, I have a ton of different playlists linked down in the description, including one where I literally wiped out the peasant culture. So I hope you guys will check that out if you're interested. Also, I've got the playlist for this series as well. So if you're new, just turning in, you can get all caught up and see how we got ourselves to this point. But as you can see, John has a little companion here. He's not a permanent companion or anything like that, but he will help us out a little bit by chopping trees down, and I've actually had him making boards. Yeah, we are going to have him craft us some boards so that we can probably trade those away, because like I said, not doing any hunting, so we don't have any skins or furs to trade. We're not going to have huge quantities of meat to trade. We're only fishing and stuff, so boards probably are going to be a good source of income for us, at least early on. But regardless, guys, that's the intro, so let's jump into it. I've got a special treat planned for today, thanks to you guys out there in your comments. You've enlightened me once again as to some of the stuff I've been messing up, so I appreciate you guys very much. But anyway, like I said, let's get into it. All right, so we are just over here on the river's edge, standing on the raft that we constructed, and this entire time I've been using the cesta, but this has a limited use. It's basically just like a long pole, and you can't really use it in the deep water because you can't reach the bottom with it to move yourself around, right? But if you have a paddle, you can, apparently. And you know what's crazy is I knew this at one point because I did a whole series where I escaped an island start, and I used a raft and a paddle, but I forgot the knowledge. But thank you again to the commenters out there. A couple people have mentioned that, I believe. So we are going to go ahead and wield our paddle because I made one. Yeah, in fact, this is one of the things I think we were going to try and craft from those boards I mentioned. Now we've got the paddle equipped and the cesta. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out fully here since we're going out into the water. Let's test it and see. Can we go straight into the deep? Oh, look at that. Glorious blue depths here. Now I just want to kind of zoom around the water for a while. The freedom. It's like flying, but flying on the water. Okay, so we do have a net over here. I can't exactly remember when I placed this little guy, but tell you what, let's go ahead and grab it. Yeah, no. Okay, there's no fish, but that's okay, because now that we can access the deeper waters, I'm going to come over here by some of these rocks, which look really, really enticing. Yeah, I bet you that there's a lot of fish spawning here in some of these areas. So notice how some of the little spots here, too, are shallower. I wonder, can we place the net in those? Maybe not. Maybe those would be ideal for fishing. Yeah, that one we can't place the net in. So, okay, let's put the net in like the crook of this rock right here. You see it? Right there to my left, we'll do that. Oh yeah, that's definitely deep enough. It is kind of hard to spot it there, isn't it? But I'll remember. One of the tricks I use to remember where I place my net is whenever I land the raft, I try and keep it in a straight vertical line, exactly, just have to shoot straight up to get there so I don't move it off to the side or anything like that. But, well, now that we're out here in the deep water, I'm not going back to the shore yet. We're going to do some active fishing. I've got my rod with me. Wait, did I bring any of the... Yeah, we've got... Wait, hold on, let's try it. I've forgotten if I have any of... Oops, that's the agriculture. See how used I am to being a farmer? Do we have any of the bait? We've got... No, I think I used it all. Okay, so we need to probably go back to the shore and make a little bait first. Not a big deal, but I'm thinking maybe we will go ahead and catch just a whole mess of fish. And if I play my cards right and like bring them halfway to the journey while they're raw, and then cook them, during the last half of the journey, they shouldn't spoil, if you know what I'm saying. So really, I'm just worried about them spoiling in my pockets, but we will try and avoid that, certainly. Well, it's getting a little dark out here. John's very weary. We've been doing some active fishing. I only managed to catch 2 perches, which really isn't a lot, but that's okay. That's okay. I actually have quite a bit of roasted fish at the moment. But one thing we are going to do is sacrifice some of these raw fish. So this is something I had mentioned in previous episodes. I've been getting little notifications saying, like the forest looks scary or the waters seem unsafe, things like of that kind of nature, meaning we're not in good standing with the spirit world here in the unreal world. So what we need to do is sacrifice. And of course, I had been sacrificing the wrong way. I was doing it on land, and I didn't even know this about the game, but there's 2 different like spirit realms, I guess, one for land and water. So all out here on the water, we need to sacrifice raw fish. Boom, there we go. Now the commenter did mention it. I think it's either better to do it in a punt, or there's just you can actually do like a little ritual in the punt. You gently set the perch on the ground as a sacrifice. You feel comfortable. So it did work as just a sacrifice because it says you feel comfortable, which is good. That's what you want to see. But either way, I'll keep trying. Of course, there is no meter where you can kind of look and see. It's just you get little pop-up messages telling you feel scared, or you feel, other things of the positive sense too occasionally. But regardless, I just wanted to mention that because commenters pointed it out, and I appreciate it. And I'm going to be using it a lot more often just to help us out in the spirit realm. I don't know how much of an effect it actually has on the game, but if anybody out there does, let me know in the comments for sure. Okay, check it out. So I just went to sleep and woke up, and I got the message right here. You feel unity with the forest around you. So that's a good indicator that we are in better standing now with the spirit realm. Of course, it doesn't mean that we shouldn't stop sacrificing. In fact, I think the more fish we catch, we kind of increase that deficit that we need to sacrifice. But either way, that's going to be part of our game going forward. And I will be trying to do as many quests as I can too. Like I said, we're gearing up for a big fishing or trading trip, and we'll see if we can pick up any quests in some of those villages too. Oh my god, guys, I just discovered the cutest thing in the Unreal world. I've crafted a dollhouse. Look at that little bitty cabin there. You can even just barely see the door there. Now, yes, it's inferior quality, darn it, but it's my first dollhouse that I've ever crafted here. So there it is now. Obviously, that's from the mods, but it's a very simple recipe. It only takes like your knife and some wooden stakes here. Let's go check it out. It's in the carpentry tab, and very bottom down here, wooden dollhouse. I'm not going to go through it again, but it only takes 24 wooden stakes and a knife. Took me about half the day to make it, but a little bit of labor is never bad. Now let's check the inventory too. Check this out. I've got 8 fine paddles. These only take about an hour and a half to make in game, so John came out really good too. He was crafting like crazy, just pumping out those fine quality ones. We also did, I guess he blundered a little bit and made an inferior one, but those are all going to be for our trading purposes. I'm even going to bring the inferior just in case we can find somebody gullible enough to buy it. And yes, we're taking the dollhouse too, but if nobody wants it, I'm going to set it down right over here, and we will just play with that. We will observe that in our spare time. Just look at it there. But anyway, we've got to go get some fish because he's got still a little bit of roasted stuff here. But oh, and I caught a trout. Oh, did I leave it on the... I think I left it on the raft. Yeah, I did catch a trout. Wait, where is it? Oh, it's there. You just don't see it. 7-pounder. I left it overnight, just squirming on the raft, but it's not too bad yet. So, all right, let's check the net, and it was from this exact spot here. So this place is paying off. Nice. We caught a salmon. That's a big boy right there. Okay, let's see. Where's he at? Oh, he's on the... I always forget to pick him up. That's an 8.8 pounder. Okay, let's go ahead and drop the net again. And I'm tempted to just go ahead and hit the road right now and do a trade trip immediately, you know? It's not like the village we're going to be trading for is very far away, so there we go. I always forget to go the right direction. So I think we should. I mean, I've got 8 paddles. I don't know if I can afford, you know, a cow or a sheep with that, but it's worth a try. So let's grab our dollhouse here and anything else I might want to try and trade away. And let's go see what we can get from those civilized peoples. Okay, we have stepped out onto the world map. You can see my raft and my net are represented there. This is home sweet home, but we are going to leave it. And yeah, it's pretty much official. My companion just disappeared again. He did not say he was leaving. I have no idea where he went. He's just gone. Let's zoom in. See, he should, if he's still with us. No, I don't know where this guy went, but he's completely abandoned me, but that's okay. Now let's check the map here. Let's zoom in a little bit. I got a few markers, and I know one of them was for dogs. Yes. I honestly don't know if I want a dog, but let's just head to this village regardless. I'd like to see maybe if we can even afford it, you know, with the, what's it called, with the paddles I've got. Hey, Pooch. Yeah, we should probably get a dog. Look at that little puppy. What's up, girl? Let's take a look at her. Yeah, we'll try for one. And they don't have anything else in this village anyway, so let's go about some of the structures too. I stuck around camp for one extra day, and I wanted to check the nets and do a little bit more fishing, but I just didn't have any luck. So all we ended up with was that roasted trout. I roasted it because it started to turn stale, and the salmon, which is still raw. So, I mean, it's still valuable, worth trading. It's just not as much as I would have liked. So we are more or less dependent on these paddles and stuff. I've also been thinking I might go ahead and just trade the Lippo. I've also tried to fish with that a couple of times to zero luck, but now that we've got our fishing rod, it's not so important. But let's see, do these people have a punt? Even though I've realized, thanks to you guys, that I can go into deeper waters with the raft, the punt is still a lot more convenient. And as I kind of alluded to, one of the commenters also mentioned, I think there's like a special ritual we can do from the punt, so I have to go back and look at some of those comments again. Regardless, I don't see one. Sometimes they keep it down in like their little smoke area. You know, it would be great to have a tub too. Damn, I could probably make my own, but all right. Anyway, let me look. This is a very small village, isn't it? Let's go ahead and just trade for a dog, see what she'll take. Okay, let's greet her. Hello. Oh, whoa. That's a quest right there. Actually, we're living in restless times. Our Consta, the old man, can explain. Where can I find Consta? At least a moment ago, he was in the north. Nice. We've got ourselves a quest. I didn't even think about it. Oh, no. Look at this. I tried to trade for the dog before going to see the old man, but look what she says. The inferior paddle is unworthy. That's not surprising. But she goes, we don't need that many paddles. I tried to trade 2 paddles, and she's not willing to take that at all. Man, that is unfortunate there. That's our main source of trade goods. Ah, shoot. Well, let me find the old man and see what this guy wants. Old man Consta says, good day, John. It's good to see you again. I must warn you, there are robbers around our forests. Robbers, you say? Unfortunately, that's how it seems. True forest robbers are nesting in our vicinity. There they lurk in the woods, sneaking around and robbing lone wanderers in our lands. Thanks for the warning. I better travel safe. Who are they? They aren't our own people, that's for sure. It's most likely a band of vagabond men, but little we know about them, as they know how to keep hidden. You don't know their whereabouts? It might be wise to keep guard around here. I'll take the warning and try to avoid meeting them. Where are their whereabouts? Nobody knows for sure. They move around southeastern Remy and could be lurking anywhere out of there, sneaking forest robbers. Every sighting of them seems to come from a little bit different location. First, it was trespassing wanderers who told us have been robbed on their way, but now our Pertelli has met them too. So he saw the robbers? He did. He was out in the woods and stumbled into them by accident. He was lucky to get away alive as they didn't hesitate to attack. You should really go talk to him and see what his whole story. Okay. Somebody should do something about it. You said it, but none of us here is adventurous enough for hunting robbers. I've been wanting for someone brave enough to step forward and go chase them away. That brave one would be me. I will be damned if I can find. I just might go after them if there's a reward. Don't look at me. I will not go after them. Well, this is quite a pickle, guys. Really. I've never seen this quest. Actually, this is new to me. I don't know if it's a new addition or it's just one I never came across, but, well, he wants us to be violent, doesn't he? He wants us to go attack these robbers. I was kind of afraid of that when I started reading this, but we can't accept this. John's not going to break his pacifist vows to go confront some robbers, especially not this early on. That's another thing, too. If I were doing just a regular playthrough and I came across this quest this early, I don't think we would be prepared for it. I need at least a few dogs with me. We could probably gather up enough meat in a regular playthrough to hire some villagers to go fight with us. That would be a viable thing to do, but sadly, as much as I want to do quests, we're going to have to say no. Oh, could you repeat that if you really mean it? Yes, we do. All right, buddy. Well, it's not the end of the world. I don't think it negates any future quest possibilities. It is unfortunate. Maybe we should have gone and talked to Bertoli and just heard his story before turning him down. But no, I think that would have probably started to initiate the quest. You know what I'm saying? We would have basically had to accept it to go into that situation. Dang it. Well, we certainly didn't endear ourselves to the villagers here at all, did we? So I guess they don't need paddles. What they need is some sort of violent murderer, but that's not John. Well, look at this. John's luck is holding out. We just got ourselves another quest. So I came to a separate part of the Remy culture. I actually uncovered a couple new villages. So these are small ones, but they still have people in need of our services. So let's see. She wants us to talk to Tapio, right? You should not take his words for granted. What exactly are you talking about? Oh, just forget about it. I would like to be left alone now. What was that? Wait. Is that a quest? Maybe it's not. During the night, the temperature will be slightly warmer. Oh, that's weird. I've also never experienced that before. Let's see. Oh, okay, wait. Let me tell you, there is a lone, troublesome wolf around here, and able men are needed to hunt it down. Wouldn't you want to go after it and get yourself a nice fur, huh? Oh, and let me introduce myself. I am known as Tapio. Gosh darn it. Well, yikes. Looks like we're going to have to decline 2 quests in a row. Nah, I'm not into a wolf hunt now, or ever, Tapio. Oh, okay. However, be prepared to fight if you happen to stumble into the beast by accident. Down with the lone, troublesome wolves. I like that. He's just down with the lone, troublesome wolves. I imagine he raises his fist and shouts that as he turns and runs away, Naruto style or whatever. But, okay, so, yeah, I mean, okay, I heard you. Goodbye. Yeah, we'll just say goodbye to him. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's see if they don't have any animals now. This is a small village. Dang it, I got my hopes up that we'd have some nice, easy quest here, but okay, I was totally wrong. John's luck is not turned. It is, in fact, really, really stinking bad. Ah, the beautiful elk and her calf. I tell you what, when I ran into this animal, I was a little bit afraid because I thought it was going to be robbers or a wolf or something, but luckily it wasn't. So we just get to observe the beauty of the forest creatures here, and of course we will turn and leave them to their little happy lives there and just keep on our search for people who want lots and lots of paddles. Okay, well, we have explored a little bit more of the territory here in the Remy. I found a full-fledged village here with a blacksmith, too. This guy's he deals in fine goods. There's also a masterwork knife laying in one of their buildings here. There's also nets here, too, and they have sheep and ram for sale. And unfortunately, we can't afford any of that stuff. I can't afford a single thing. I even tried just the knife alone, but everybody's like, we don't need all these paddles here, buddy. So they might still come in handy down the road. If we can get a nice chunk of fish or something to trade, we might be able to throw some paddles in under people's noses. They won't mind as much, but you can see that I am trying to leave thorough notes here for myself. So down the road, when we do get a little bit richer, we can come get some of these beautiful little sheep here. Yes, definitely. So, unfortunately, this trading trip has not worked out the way I'd hoped, but that's, what you got to settle with sometimes. You just got to experiment and see what they want, what they don't want. It's also possible, too, that if we were to go down to, let's say where can I move? There we go. If we were to come down to the islanders here and try to do some trading with paddles, they might be definitely more in the market for that, but they're a lot harder to reach because they literally live out on islands and stuff. But regardless, we'll probably just head on back home. Oh, you know what I didn't try trading? Was my dollhouse. Okay, hold on. We got to go back. I got to try the dollhouse. Oh, man, that's actually a lot better. We're halfway towards the masterwork knife, offering him the dollhouse, one paddle. He's willing to take one, that lipo, and my raw salmon. So that brought us halfway. Now, unfortunately, I'm just going to have to cancel that trade and drop the knife, because I don't have anything else. That was literally like, I even tried to offer him like the stone knife, the bandages. He just rejected all that stuff. But there was some things, at least we're coming away with a little bit of knowledge during this trading trip, And again, I also found in this village a perfect fishing rod with an iron hook on it. So we might come back and try and get that too. Obviously, the perfect quality is going to give us better chances, fishing and stuff. Ours is just normal quality. But either way, like I said, I think it's time to head back home. And we're back here at our little camp. Let's check on our fields. Zoom in a little bit. Oh, yes, looks like all the spots here in this one are growing. Some of them are growing better than others. Just the state of things. That's how it goes. But I don't see any missing patches, so that's good. Nothing's gotten in here and eaten any. Let's check. I've got 2 other fields. These are definitely, this was my very first one, and it's looking good. Yeah, those ones, this one did get eaten, nibbled on a little bit, but we replaced some of the seeds, so now we got turnips. We've got barleys here, just a couple, and then hemp right here. A lot of this stuff won't be ready for months. Oh, wait, we can pick the young leaves? No, I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to wait. Yeah, it says it's ripe after several months. We're going to wait and do it properly. But either way, let's keep looking. We got one more field here. This is another field of hemp, and this one doesn't look like it's doing that great. There's only 2 spots that look like they're fully grown, but that's okay. We are doing the hemp mainly for trading and stuff, but we'll see what else we can craft up with it. That's one of the really great things about the mod set that we've got here is it just brings so many more different crafting options to the game. In fact, we can do mining and stuff, and we really, I think, should do that. That's probably going to be a big trade item once we get that settled. And honestly, one of the key items you need for that, I'm not going to get too into the description right now, but the shovel is basically the starting point for mining, because you got to dig up the ore and stuff. But either way, like I said, so we do have that shovel covered, which is really good for us. But let's go check on our net, see how that thing did in the several days that we were gone trading. I'm also going to pick up my fishing rod, and let's come on out here. Now, I did put the net in a slightly different spot, so I took it out of the crux right here. It was right here where my guy's sitting, but I moved it just around in here. I noticed that this spot, there's like a little deep water right there nestled in between those 2 shallow ones. So let's check this one. Let's see how this does. Oh, we caught another trout. Okay, very good, very good. I've got a lot of fish now. God, I wish I could be preserving some of this, but as I mentioned before in the previous episode, it is obviously way too warm and humid for us to dry meat outdoors, so we would definitely need to be smoking some stuff. Wait, did I not replace the net? All right, let's just put it right here real quick. Let's see how it does kind of out by these rocks. It's good to try different stuff. I'm really disappointed I couldn't bring back a second net from that training trip. But hey, like I said, we gained a lot of knowledge, so it's very valuable. And maybe it'll force me to actually use the net making skill. Where is that? I thought it was here. There it is. And yeah, I mean, this is definitely takes a lot of stuff. Most of it I don't have nearly that much yarn. So this is a long-term project at least, but it might be worth doing just because nets are very valuable and they want a lot of stuff for them. They want a lot of paddles for those nets, I'll tell you what. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. Thank you for tuning in with me and stuff, guys. I really appreciate y'all out there. And you know what? I've actually been thinking about doing some Unreal World live streams coming up. So I hope you'll stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel for that. Oh, and one final note too. I'm actually posting episodes for this series early on my Patreon. So if you guys feel like you want to watch some of those episodes ahead of time, hop on over. The link to the Patreon page is down in the description. All the tiers are the same too. They all have access to the early content. It's just up to you however much you want to support the channel. But either way, guys, thank you so much for coming along with me on my little pacifist journey, and I will see you all on the next one. Hey everyone, I just want to give a personal thank you to my Patreon supporters. Their contributions help make my work possible, and I am tremendously grateful to them. I'd also like to extend an invitation to you to help support my work on Patreon as well. Your donations allow me to upgrade my PC and avoid the dreaded hardware despair. It also gives me more time to devote to new projects and create longer content such as live streaming. No matter what you decide, thank you for visiting my channel.